Hey guys, I thought I would do a general reading for post-Mercury retrograde as it returns to forward motion, as the Neptunian energies are integrated and or cleared away, depending on what kind of Neptunian illusions or higher learnings you were experiencing. Neptune effects will continue until about the 5th. On communication, all forms of communicating, whether with other people or technology or with yourself, or travel. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I wanted to do a general reading for everyone who, picked a pile for my Mercury retrograde reading. I know this one was a big one. Like for me, really this past year and a half the whole thing has been huge for me. But I did notice a lot of like big realizations, a lot of big miscommunications happening. It was like Neptune either like in a great way or a very deceptive way. So I'm sure it was big for all of you. So let's just see, like, after all this, what are the energies? What do we need to know, understand, integrate, experience? Okay, this one flipped out. Wheel of Fortune. So we realize that our experience of life is all about our perspective, which is what the Wheel of Fortune shows us. Fortune is real and it can turn in your favor or out of your favor, but everything is all about your perspective because every experience of life, whether positive or negative, is meant to teach you something or balance out your karma in some way. So I feel like we definitely learned about perspective, how that can change an entire situation. I also feel like we were able to integrate different forms of knowledge. For me, the 4 figures, which are also on the world card, represent all of the different forms of yoga that I learned in India. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Kriya yoga, and Bhakti yoga. So Bhakti is union through love. Jnana, I think I'm saying that right. I used to say it really well, is union through knowledge, through wisdom. Kriya is through your energy, through yoga, through energy work. Divination, this is energy work. Talking to your higher self, your spirit guides, your angels. And karma yoga, through what you do. The karma you accumulate. Is it good or is it negative? Also, it's really all your perspective because it's all a lesson. Yeah, this Mercury retrograde was big, wasn't it? And for me, it was so foggy. I'm like, I know a lot happened, but I feel like this whole past year and a half has been big. So, cool. So let's keep going. That one flipped out. Post Mercury retrograde, as Mercury goes back into forward motion. Ooh, that one. Can you see that one? Okay. Now we're focusing on getting grounded again. Our heads were up in the clouds, whether it was to obtain higher knowledge, like from the Akashic records, or like just getting real lost in the fog, the Neptunian fog. So now it's like time to get like back down to earth and back down and grounded. Like I said, I'm pretty much getting the vibe from this card that it's going to be more around the 5th that we're feeling more grounded. I am already kind of starting to feel a little more grounded, but not quite. And I've noticed a lot of other astrologers have said that, things aren't going to really settle until then. So, also, I mentioned in that video, there's like the shadow period before and after, where energies are still settling. Okay. So, after the 5th, let's get energies from the 5th on. After Neptune is, oh, that one kind of flipped. The Hierophant. First thing that I heard clairaudiently was contracts. So I feel like some new soul contracts are going to come into play. Some new people, some new situations, some new jobs, some new places, some new homes. I think a lot of you are going to be changing residences. Maybe even your career field, maybe what you're studying in school. I feel like new soul contracts are commencing now. And I just also heard you're ready. Post Mercury retrograde as Mercury returns to forward motion in terms of our communicating. Okay. This came in reverse. I feel like this is saying that we are done focusing on our past. We're done reflecting. We're done with the nostalgia. We're done with the negative nostalgia. Like we're just done focusing on the past. That's why I got that message. You're ready, for these new soul contracts to come in. Like what your soul wants to do next. What your soul wants to learn next. In terms of this coming out reversed. Mercury retrograde taught us to be done with the past. To reflect on it, maybe revisit it one more time, like figure some stuff out. Maybe, I think for some of you, you had to like relive a situation with someone to realize it wasn't for you anymore. And sometimes we have to do that. Like replay it out just to be like, wow, I really am different now. Bad house. Like you guys can see when they pop out. It's a little difficult, but let's do it this way. I think I might even get some more decks. Okay, are there any more? Oh, that one just popped. Does this one go with it? Okay, yeah, it does. Be wary of taking on too much, because I feel like a lot of us are going to feel like fresh and ready and springtime energy, and like new growth and like I want to take on the world, but like don't get in this energy where you've taken on too much. Like, upright. It's like balanced. Just the right amount. Balance, the balancing act. Up, down, right. Reverse, it's like you're taking on too much. This is just like a warning. I see why this one came out. It's great to be excited and feel fresh and to have dealt with your karma and to have grown and healed and be ready for the next chapter, but don't take on too much. Listen to your intuition to know where your soul wants to go next. That just came in. That was more of a clairsentient message. All right, are there any more Rider-Waite messages for Mercury going direct and basically just like this time of year? The lessons that were learned, what needs to be integrated. Some of you are feeling a lack of hope right now, but it's just because we're still in the Neptunian energy. If you try to change your perspective, like what I was saying with the Wheel of Fortune, change your perspective and, raise your vibration and just, be patient. If you try to change your perspective and just see it like, okay, this is going to pass. I just need to be patient. I just need to rest. I just need to take care of myself. I think you may be surprised at the way the Neptunian energies will turn and teach you maybe a few more things before Mercury goes direct and these new soul contracts come through. Soul contracts can also be like your soul is contracted to go live in this place for this certain amount of time. Your soul is contracted to go work with these people for a certain amount of time. Like it doesn't just have to be like, okay, you screwed this person over in a past life, so your soul is contracted to pay them back. Or your soul is contracted to go be romantically with this person. It can apply to like places, jobs, people. But yeah, don't lose the hope. Just keep in mind, Neptune can be tricky. It's like a fog. But if you instead you don't fight the fog, you'd be surprised the wisdom you can find in the fog. There we go. That just came in. This one wants to come out. It's already popping out. Yeah, because you're going to get this new beginning. It is coming. You just need to be patient. Don't lose the hope. I mean, I think it's the new beginning's coming either way, but like, in the process, you could obtain more wisdom if you just change your perspective, if you take advantage of these energies instead of fighting them. Okay, bottom of the deck. Seven of Swords reversed. It kind of feels like, weirdly, this message is coming in for this card. Facing the demons of the past, all the times that you put out negative karma, or all the situations that you needed to close up, or the times where you needed to really process some feelings, but you're like, nah, I'm just gonna go over here and do something else instead. Like, you came out of that, you're integrating that, because this isn't always like you're being deceived or you're deceiving yourself. This can be like naughty, this could be like avoiding, it can be escapism. It's like coming out of the escapism, facing your past so you don't have to focus on it or be affected by it anymore. Sorry, I was plugging my nose. Sacramento allergies are killing me, man. Okay, that's all for the Rider-Waite. But I feel like there's more. So just hold on. Okay, I'm not sure. I definitely want to do this one. Yeah, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, we're gonna do all of them. We're doing all the ones I have except for the Tarot of Sexual Magic. Apparently, okay, this is gonna just be a current energy update. I don't know. I mean, it is, but my first intent was it to be like post-Mercury retrograde, current integration energies as Mercury goes direct. But I do believe this is also just going to be like a current general energies type of reading, and I know that the right people will find it, so. Because this does feel like a very pivotal time. I mean, it is the start of spring, it is new growth, Mercury retrograde is over. So what other messages are in here? What other messages are in here? Current energy update. Okay, what's going on? Okay, current energy update. Eight of Swords, Five of Swords. Okay, so I'm definitely getting like the heaviness of the Star in reverse, like the lack of hope. With the Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords. I guess, okay, we're going to just roll with that too. I just saw the bottom card, so that plays in. So, either you're at odds with a prominent female figure in your life right now, or you're at odds with yourself in terms of your feminine side. Maybe you're at odds with yourself in terms of receiving your blessings. You need to learn how to be more receptive. You're definitely stuck in your head, Eight of Swords, not seeing a way out, which is why the Star came out reversed. Five of Swords, definitely that defeatist type of mentality, feeling defeated. I think there's going to be two different groups of you, which is why this came out as the bottom of the deck energy. Some of you need to work on being open to receive your blessings, and some of you are dealing with a prominent female in your life who's keeping you stuck in your head, who's making you feel defeated for one reason or another. And I'm feeling a lot of different reasons, so I don't want to boil that down. I'm just going to leave it there. But this definitely needs to be faced with boundaries, with communication, healthy, loving, open, honest communication. Because you can confront things without being abrasive, which is Queen of Cups energy. It's like a healthy, loving, generous energy, but she also loves and respects herself, which is where the boundaries come in. So that applies for everyone. Take the message or messages that resonate, but those definitely apply to the current energies. All right, let's keep going. Oh, you know what's so funny? Look what was on top looking right at me. Boundaries. boundaries. So that's part of it. Definitely what I was just saying. Love when that happens. All right, beautiful goddesses. Are there any more that want to come out for our current energy update? This one looks like it does. Growth, yeah. Yoster. Kind of sounds like Easter, doesn't it? New growth is coming. That ties into what I was saying. See, what's beautiful is just getting the confirmations, you know, and also the imagery. These are so beautiful. I love connecting to different goddesses from different religions around the world, because I think it's important that, like, all the different religions and spiritualities, like, are understanding and tolerant of each other. And I like to integrate them all because I see a lot of different truths. Interesting. Bottom of the deck now is ecstasy in reverse. Like, I feel like what it's saying is, like, this is coming. Really, it's accessible now. It's just you have to change your perspective, which is kind of what Mercury retrograde was teaching you and what you're integrating right now. But, I mean, especially with, like, these new beginnings and blessings that are coming in, that you need to be open and receptive to and for, and not let anyone else interfere with, no matter who they are. Yeah, because an ecstatic existence is beckoning you, you know? Ecstasy can be just your norm. But it came out, it's reversed as the bottom of the deck energy because it's a transition. Definitely feel like this is a general energy update for light workers. That's the title. Okay. Reading this really weird, but I'm just rolling with it. I think that's the thing I love, like, about intuitive tarot reading, is, like, it's always different. Okay, let's see. Definitely feel like there's a romance angel or two in here for this reading. A general energy update right now for light workers, please. Doesn't have to be romantic, it can just be a message, but I definitely feel like there's at least one in here. Aren't these beautiful? Look at these. Look at the gold. They're by Doreen Virtue. She's Christian. She's very wise. Okay. There's one. Popped out. I knew it. I felt it. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I think this is really, like, the path to ecstasy. It doesn't have to be romantic love. Because, look, these are kids. It's like an innocent, fresh new growth type of energy. But yeah, you're being guided. Your thought processes are being guided. You're being shown through synchronicity. That just came in. You know how to get there. How to shift your perspective to get there. I feel like there's more. So we're just going to keep going. General energy update for light workers right now. All who will see this, please. That one came out kind of diagonal, so love yourself first. Beautiful. Yeah, because the more you love yourself, the more it overflows into your reality. You really will see the way that you talk to yourself is how others treat you. The way that what you tell yourself deserve is what you get. It's amazing. It's beautiful. And it's hard, you know, and it's definitely an energy shift, and it's not conditioned, so it's really hard to recondition yourself, and really it's an ongoing process, but your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah, I mean, not only is this going to be great for you, but it's like if you want to call in someone new, like maybe one of your soul contracts is romantic, you'll be in the right place for this healthy, new, beautiful relationship. You'll be very attractive, you know? You're going to be vibing high. I feel like one more, please. If there is one. General energy update for light workers. Ooh. Wow. Whoa. No, that's too many. Okay, sorry. Probably my fault. Okay, that one's kind of... Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I don't know if the bottom message really applies, though. I mean, I feel like maybe express the love and the joy that you feel. Like, just be more of a gratitude state of mind. That kind of just came in. Focus on what you're grateful for. Write it down. Say it out loud, because gratitude attracts abundance. There we go. Yeah, that feels more like what the message is. Finances and career. This is more about, not the bottom message either. This is more about soul contracts. You know what I was saying earlier about how it can be a job? I think a lot of you, if not all of you, are starting a new career. So for some of you, it's a career and a romance. That just came in. Which is why I was called to the romance angels. Beautiful. Okay, now let's do the unicorns, also by Doreen Virtue. They have the gold on the side too. Okay. Current energy update for light workers. Post Mercury retrograde, while we're still in the shadow, while we still are experiencing Neptune. What's going to come after that? New soul contracts coming in. This one's flipping. Healer. You have the power to help and heal others. And right now, you need to work and focus on healing yourself. Really, I feel like it's like home stretch. But it's just those final little tweaks. And then you can go out and help heal the world with your new job and your new romance. Wish upon a star. Manifestation, what I was talking about earlier, you know, an attitude of gratitude. And that attracts abundance. Wish upon a star. That says, make a wish and expect the very best. You know, remain positive. You know, the star came out reversed. But hopefully hearing, you know, about all these energies that are unseen in the spiritual realm can kind of get you back to more of an upright star. You know? Yeah. Okay, so these came popping out. I was like, whoa, I barely even shuffled, and they were like, bloop, together. You're also going to be getting a new friend group. Yeah, it feels like all the people coming to this pile are basically starting a whole new life. Soul family, you know? You'll be curious about these new people who end up becoming our best friends. Whoever you're curious about, whoever is curious about you. You start hanging out and you start vibing. You feel like, wow, I've known these people forever. That's your soul family. That's your tribe. You know how that's hella trendy. It's on all the shirts now and everything. Your vibe attracts your tribe and whatever, you know. And there's more. I couldn't think of them. But, yeah, these will be new soul contracts. Alright, I think that's all for the unicorns. Try something new. You'll only know that you can do something if you try. And I'm also drawn to the fact that there's like a unicorn, a dolphin, and a whale. I think that another message coming through is that your soul family may be people who look completely different than you, who live differently than you, who have different backgrounds, but they're going to feel like home. And you're going to vibe, and it's going to be beautiful. Because like how different they look, but they're like all on this wave, like together and happy and trying something new. I also feel like those nudges you get, those callings that like scare you, but like you feel really passionate about, act on them. Because that's your next soul contract. That's what your soul wants to do. That's what your soul signed up to do. You know, you just have to be brave. You have to kind of calm your own ego. Ego doesn't like change. And there's a lot of change happening, basically. Okay. Oracle of the Shapeshifters by Lucy Cavendish. Got a little playful darkness. some shapeshifters, please, for the current energy for light workers. I mean, see, light worker is a tricky term for me because I do understand it and agree with it and believe in it, but then I also see beauty in the dark, which is why I love this deck, and I really love, like, dark beauty, because darkness isn't always evil. I know it's very controversial among the light worker community, but it's how I feel. So maybe this is just going to be a general energy update. This came out. Take care of yourself because you are a beautiful little worm right now. You're very fragile, delicate. You're in a very transformative period, you know? I get that feeling right now. Like, I feel like I just want to hold you like a baby and feed you a bottle, like, in a good way or in a sweet way, because you're so fresh and innocent, and I want to nurture you. Take care of yourself. But, you know, since you're not a baby and I can't nurture you and feed you a bottle, you know, do that for yourself. You can nurture your own inner child, you know, because you are kind of like a child when you have a new, fresh beginning in life. And this further, you know, shows how big this transformation and this transition is right now. A freshly emerging, soft little worm. Very delicate. But I also clairaudiently just heard, but protected. Protected. This is a divine path. This is the path of the healer. You know, don't worry. I don't want to freak you out. Like, oh, you're a worm. Someone may step on you. Like, no, no one's going to step on you. There are energies making sure you don't get stepped on. Okay? Because you're a healer. You have a divine purpose. Okay. Yep. As I said that, oh, that gave me the chills. All of you were born to be great leaders who are unique and push the status quo like Queen Elizabeth. Whether or not you agree with her and what she did, you have to think of it like from a broader, more open-minded perspective. She really did push the status quo and she was bomb. You know what I mean? And the status quo needs to be pushed right now in society. That's what all of you are here to do, and I'm really on the verge of tears because it's so beautiful to be a part of your process and your journey. And this feels like mine too. So we're all in this together. It's like we're all really a soul family. We just have like different branches of like sub-families, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's time to become a great leader. That's why everything's changing. You're going to be a queen or a king. And likely find your counterpart. And rule your own little kingdom. And hopefully we can all come together and rule one big kingdom together. Where it's just happiness and love and sharing and prosperity for all, you know. Not like one king and queen ruling the world like dictators. Like we're all kings and queens. Like that's the goal. And we can do that. My little try not to cry right now. I feel like maybe there's one more. Maybe one more shapeshifter for the general energy update. I feel like there really is. There we go. That one flipped. Pose, brave flight. You will not let fear stop you this time. Like what I was saying earlier, those nudges that you get that kind of freak you out, but you're really passionate about it. Other people may say, like, oh, that's not smart. That's not logical. Don't do that. Like, don't listen to them. Be brave. I think that's kind of what, like, this Queen of Cups, for some of you, it's going to be like a mom. Or maybe like an older sister or an aunt. Or like your boss. Like a prominent female in your life, like may, you know, kind of like think they have your best interest in mind and really do, but like you have to make a different decision than what they want. I want to read out of the book. And it's so interesting. This is the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, it is going to be a bigger sister. Or maybe a little sister who's just like got a big personality, you know? That's definitely a message for some of you. It's funny that... Did I say sister? I actually don't think I did. I said like mom, aunt. No, I did say sibling. I don't know, maybe like a girly brother. But anyway, I want to read out. So, Oracle of the Shapeshifters for Poe's Brave Flight. Yeah. For some of you, maybe not all of you, there's going to be someone who's like, who wants to hold you back just because they're worried about your safety. They just want you to be safe. Listen. Or maybe you're just kind of holding yourself back because you want to be safe. The ego does do that. The ego wants to be safe. The ego wants to know what's going on. That's why the ego doesn't like change. Anyway, about Poe's Brave Flight. Most of us are encouraged to stay safe, to avoid what may hurt us, and thus we shrink day by day. Many religions and cultures have supported this notion of staying safe above all other enterprises for over 2,000 years. Also true. Sorry, that was me. Okay, back to the book. They have encouraged us to feel separated from a place of beauty and peace called heaven, suggesting again and again that we have been punished because we are here on earth. That is true too. Many mainstream religions have discouraged us from seeking our own personal connection with the divine, told us that our bodies are sinful, that nature is to be dominated, and that our natural desires are somehow wrong. We fear pain and feel guilt when we experience suffering. We must have created it. But the truth is that simply by being alive, you will be challenged. The truth is you have chosen to come here to evolve. And your best opportunities for learning and being taught great lessons lie in the moments others call painful. Whatever frightens you now is exactly that which you must do. The truth is, as Poe is demonstrating, the humblest creatures, even the pigeons, can fly high and far, and have much to teach and show us. By taking that chance, by doing something outside of what we consider to be safe, we will learn and be blessed with the experience of divinity on this planet. Oh, beautiful. All right, now we're going to finish this reading with Sacred Geometry Oracle by Lon. Inspired by the teachings of the great Plato. General energy update for the collective. Let's just say that. The collective. Please. General energy update for the collective. Post-Mercury retrograde. In the shadow, almost out of it, experiencing Neptune. Once we're out of it, with the new soul contracts, with our new lessons, boom. Ooh, this came out together. Integration and empowerment. Yep. With soul time being at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, because the soul contracts. And spending time with ourselves, reflecting on things, growing from things. Changing our perspective, we're spending time with our soul. Yeah. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. Definitely ties into what I was saying. We are integrating the lessons that we learned from Mercury retrograde specifically to become empowered. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. Like what I was saying, how we're all family. You know, we're all really one big soul family. We can empower each other. We can empower ourselves to empower each other. There we go. Integration. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. That is perfect to end on, because that full circle. Ha, pun. I'm the worst. I pun all the time. Anyway, now let's take away from the sentiment, because this is beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune is all about your perspective. This is saying you embrace everything, every experience, every aspect of yourself, to see that that's just the symphony of life. It's balanced if you accept the light and the dark. Let me read it one more time. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. It would have been so much cooler if I could have just pressed it right after I said that.